Hello crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse and we are on day 9. So on the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. Opening it up is not interfering with the other numbers that are close to it. Like it's not interfering with day 10. So on the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a pack of confetti. So we have a nice full pack of sequins with no holes in it. So this is like that flat sequins. Pretty color. Cream. So I'm going to be making a shaker with this one. Alrighty, crafters. Let's go into it. Let's get started. From this little bag of shaker bits, which I still have bits left over to use for another project, and I actually have another idea. So you'll see this one this weekend. I created this lovely 5x7 card. Shaky shake, look at that. Oh, love. So from one little set of confetti, all of this came into fruition. I love that. Love that about crafting. When you get inspired, just go for it, right? Just from a bag of confetti. So I know if you see this, you're like, it's confetti, but let it speak to you and take you on a journey, because it certainly took me on one. Now we're going to talk about this journey, because this one is fun and interesting. This embossing folder is the intertwined lattice embossing folder. This is an embossing folder of the month. This one is from August of this year, and I'll put a link for everything that I'm telling you. So this can only be found at Spellbinders. It's an exclusive, okay? But it's a fantastic embossing folder. Just love the detail. And it's a 2-dimensional embossing folder, so you don't need the universal plate system to run it through your die cut machine. But it is an oversized embossing folder, 5.5 inch wide, 8.5 inch long for this beauty, okay? So here is that intertwined lattice. Now this is a good reason why you must always save your scraps. Previous card from the Joyful Christmas release. So I have a little bin of goodies. The bin consists of bits like this, or things that I hot foil when I do the factory mode hot foil, etc. So this is proving, just using this color cardstock with that embossing folder, I actually did a 2-for-1. 2 cards off of one idea at the time. Let's talk about the die. So this is the Essential Arches die. I'm going to tell you guys for the millionth time, this is a fantastic die set. Yes, there are a lot of arch dies out there, but they're not 16 pieces. This one is fantastic, out the gate winner. Let me look at the measurement again. 4 1/4. So this is going to be the 4 1/4, 5.5. Okay. That was here. I cut this out, created this beautiful card with the Joyful Christmas collection. Then I had this negative piece just floating along. And at the same time that I made this card, I had also cut some frames. That's where you layer up. To get the frame this thick, you want that die and then this die, not this one. It's going to be too thin. You want a little bit of a, tooth and some place to put all your adhesive and get that look. That's how I do these. So both of these are the same A2 die, and then this one, this third one in, and then layered it up, and both of these are 5x7 cards. If you wanted to do a A2 card, then you would use a die in here and come on in. At the time when I was making this, I also had arches left. So this card is actually using scraps, all my scraps. Yeah, that's 2 thumbs up for look at how my scraps came in handy. Save your scraps, especially good scraps. This is glitter cardstock. This is foil. If I didn't use this here, I would have saved it. But I always save the bits. And then when you use the arch, there's an inner piece in here when you cut the arch. Save that as well. So I was thinking of using glitter in the back, but I was like, nah. And then I knew that I wanted to really highlight the confetti with the shaker bits. And so here's all the shaky. I also wanted to bring in back, because I told you guys I'm trying to use what is in the Advent calendar over and over again to also show you that if you did get it, that A, it can translate into more than one card, and B, that it was definitely a great value. And a few of you have commented, oh, this thing was a great value. I'm like, yeah, it was. So if you missed it this year, when next year rolls around, And you know I'll tell you as soon as I see it, hey, guess what's back? The Advent Calendar. I won't show you what's in it, but I'll show you the box like I did before, okay? And then you can decide from there. Then now back in here, I went into my Spellbinders pattern paper and I had this all aboard pattern paper. It is from a Christmas kit, but I'm not sure if they sell this one alone. If they do, I will link it below. But I think it only comes in the collection. Not 100% sure, because I bought the collection. That's why I'm not sure if there's a 6x6 by itself. But I have seen that they still carry it. Okay, so the color, what you're seeing is this right there. That. Because I had to match back to this. I was going between this sheet of paper, which I really like, because I think the stars in here kind of go back to the silver glitter. And then here's option 2, but when I had put it in here behind the acetate, it was just looking so busy, so I like this better. I decided to go more this style because it looks like the sky, also looking into the sky in this vignette, but it's not overtaking, like the background is not taking away from the gnome in the front or from the Merry Christmas, okay? Here we are with the day 6 gnome. That's from the Advent Calendar. On December 6th, you saw the gnome here. This is a more spring birthday gnome, but over here, he has now become a winter gnome. Aha, see the difference? And even though he has his hand up to hold a balloon, right here is like just hi, or saying, hey, look at my tree. So it works without putting something in his hand. I love that. You just don't know. I was like, oh, it still works. I don't have to. Sometimes we have to end up cutting the arms off because of the positioning. But in this instance, it works so well. So that's the gnome birthday style. That's the gnome winter style. And winter style obviously means loads of glitter and gloves. So before, he had no gloves. Now he's wearing glitter shoes, glitter gloves, and a glitter hat. And he has a white beard. I love it. And also the day 3. I call this the Geo Edger. This one. Remember this? That's here along the bottom. And it is wide enough. It is 4 1/4 inch wide. I use one of the scraps. If you watch my previous videos, I ran this thing like 2-3 times. So I have a red scrap that I could have used. I have this beautiful teal turquoise glitter that I could have used, but I decided to use the brush silver cardstock. That's Spellbinders brushed silver, because I always talk about Spellbinders brushed gold. See the brushed silver? Little muted, but beautiful in its way of being, not over the top shiny, which is glitter. It offers luxe, but it works well with your foil cardstock. So if you have silver foil, shiny or matte, this works fabulous with it and layers well with it. That's why I said it's muted, but it's like a shimmer cardstock if you want, yeah, that's where I want to say it is. More shimmer, but it's not crazy shimmer either. And I love that about the brushed silver, okay? And this time I took out some gems from my stash. This one is like a crystal gem, and then these red enamel dots that are kind of see-through, and I popped them here. Then I knew, oh, I'm going to put my gnome in the corner. But he was looking a little lost because I had adhered down this Christmas. So now let's go into that sentiment. This is a beauty from before. This is a Becca Feekin set, the Merry Flourish, that Christmas. I had said it to you guys when I saw it. I was like, guys, this Christmas sentiment is amazing. Look at it. It's so beautiful. I love the font and I love the size. Let me give you a measurement. 3 3/4. Let's say 1 1/8, okay? Or a little under 1 1/4 inch. But look at that. Love. And this is some red foil cardstock from my stash. Instead of just turning it straight, I put it at an angle, also to make it fit. But this only has Christmas. Here is Merry, but I didn't want to use this one. I wanted to use that font, which also another Becca Feekin favorite. Happy Occasion Words. There we go. Merry Christmas, there is Merry. So I could have used this too. Now you guys saw this earlier in the year too, but this is fabulous because it has birthday, everything, anniversary, what's that, holidays, Christmas, and New Year. So for this card, actually, I could come in back again with this same color, which kind of mimics bubbles and, you know, champagne, and do Happy New Year on a shaker. Yeah, with the same gnome too, minus the tree. It would work. Yeah, this one is a really good set. So I just took out the Merry and then worked it with this Christmas from Merry Flourish. And if you wanted to, you could also use the flourish in here. I was thinking of using the ornaments here, and you see them there, but I wanted you to look at this like sky. And I think it really does have that look because of the stars. So we did Merry Christmas. So shop your stash to find what you need. This one now, this tree is fabulous. This is from the shopping cart, Holiday and Presents. This actually goes in the shopping cart, but it's a great size tree to use for everything, especially with this little guy. He's so cute. I just got to go into that voice, this little guy. 2 7/8 of an inch by, let's say 2 1/8 wide. That's what that tree is, cut in a nice deep green. And then I took out that same red enamel. Here, some glitter drops. And here, I had just these two colors, the red and the turquoise, because this I wanted to match back to this. But then I said it needed something else. And so the something else always comes in handy. Spellbinders Gems. This one is the opal in the smallest size. You get extra large, large, medium, and then small. That's the small in there. Oh, yeah. I was going for it with all my scraps and my gnome and my little decoration here. So this one is a fantastic one. Shopping cart, Holiday and Presents. Guess what? It goes on sale too from time to time. Okay, crafters, that is it for December 9th. But what a card. It's scraps from my stash. It's bits from the Advent. It's also taking 2 die sets with sentiments and making it work. And all from that shaky bit in this fabulous color. Alrighty, crafters, until December 10th, stay crafty, my friends, and thank you so much for watching this series. Bye!